So now ChatGPT has generated an amazing storyline for us, and all we have to do is to just copy this. And then the next thing you're going to do is to come over to your browser and type in clickchat.com. So once it opens, the next thing you're going to do is to come over here and click on pricing. Now, if you try it any other way, it might not work. So this is the way that I bypass it, and I'm teaching it to you secretly. Don't tell anyone. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and click on pricing, and you can see the pricing and see everything that you're getting here. So we're just going to go ahead and click on get started. And then it's going to ask us to sign in or create an account. So you can continue with Microsoft or continue with email, continue with Gmail. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in with email. So now that I've signed in, you're going to see a couple of options here, but the one to click on is create a new video from scratch. So now that we have this, the next thing you're going to do is to click on record and create, and then you come over to create and you're going to see text to speech. You click on text to speech and you have this here. So the next thing we're going to do is to select our language. So we click on language, and then you're going to select whichever one that you want. English Kenya, English New Zealand, English Nigeria. It has Dutch, it has Danish, it has any type of language that you want. There are lots of options to choose from, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and select English Kenya, okay? For the voice, you can go ahead and select any of them if you want a female or you want male. So let's go ahead and select this female voice and hear how it sounds.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
Amazing, right? So let's try out male right now.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
Amazing. So let's go over to English Nigeria and see how that sounds, and then make our choice. So this one is as in the female voice, so let's go ahead and try it out.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
Amazing. So let's go ahead and try the male voice.
Choose from a variety of voices to help you create a story worth sharing.
Amazing. So I'm just going to go ahead and select that of Ezine, female voice. You can go ahead and try out the advanced settings if you want to, but I don't have any need for that for this tutorial because it sounds perfect already. So the next thing I'm going to do is to come over to ChatGPT and copy our script, and then come over here and paste it here. Now, please note that this AI can only generate maximum of 10 minutes audio per time. So if you have something longer than 10 minutes, all you have to do is to do it in batches, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and paste this like so. And we're going to click on save. You can see that it has generated our audio in less than 2 seconds. So let's go ahead and play it back and hear how it sounds.
Once upon a time, in a vibrant village nestled deep within the heart of Africa.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So now that we have this, the next thing we're going to do is to click on export. And because we're going to be using just the audio and not the video, so we're going to go ahead and select 480p and then come over here and give it the name. So I'm just going to use Folktale. Okay, Folktale, and click on save, and now it has downloaded to my device. So let's move over to the second step, and to do that we're going to open a new browser and type in Leonardo.ai. So if you don't have an account, all you have to do is to create an account, but if you do have an account, all you have to do is to just go ahead and sign in. I've done a tutorial on this in the past. I'm going to be leaving it in the description so that you can go ahead and watch how you can use Leonardo.ai to generate amazing AI images. So now we have this, and the next thing we're going to do is click on image generation. Now, one thing I love about Leonardo.ai is that they give you 150 credits every single day, and that's more than enough credit for you to use in a day. Now that we're here, we're going to select the number of images. We're going to select 4. So it's going to give us 4 variations for any prompt that we'll put in. And for photo reels, just leave this as it is, leave this as it is. And then you're going to scroll down to advanced control and select 16:9, okay? 16:9. And if you're generating for your Facebook, all you have to do is to select 9:16, and it's going to generate portrait images for you. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and select 16:9. That is the YouTube landscape format. So now that I'm done with that, the next thing I'm going to do is to put in my prompt. So it could be anything. You just have to go through the script that ChatGPT generated for you and generate pictures that relates to the storyline. Okay, all you need to do is to tell the AI to generate anything. Like this one is an old African woman sitting outside a hut with lots of kids seated on the floor under the mango tree, and listening to her interesting tale. And again, if you don't know the prompt to use or how to come up with good prompts, you can also generate prompts here. All you have to do is click on prompt generation, select number of prompts that you want, enter your basic prompt idea. That's the prompt idea that you have, an African woman telling stories to kids. If you enter it here, it's going to give you lots of options. Like if I put in my prompt here and click on ideate. So now you can see that it has given me 4 prompts, and any one that I like here, all I need to do is just click on generate, and it's going to go ahead and generate the images for me. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. So all I have to do now is to click on generate. And voila, you can see that it has generated our images for us, and they are super amazing. Based on my prompt, you can see that it generated accurate images. So I love this one. I'm going to go ahead and click on download image and save it to my device. And I also love this one, so I'm going to go ahead and click on this arrow that is facing down, and I'm going to also save it to my device. So if you want to generate multiple variation, all you have to do is to click this sign here, and it's going to go ahead and generate multiple variations of this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on generate, and here you can see that's created 4 variations of that same picture. So here it is. Here's this one. I love the fact that, you know, they have more kids here. So I'm just going to go ahead and download this one. Okay, download this one like so, and save it to my device. And one more thing I need to show you here is the video generation mode. Okay, so just click on this icon here, and it's going to go ahead and convert the image to video. So just in case you selected a picture and you don't want to use that particular picture, you can come over here and select any of the picture that you want to replace with, or if you want to upload your own picture, you can just go ahead and upload it here. Motion strength, you can choose to increase it or leave it as it is, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and leave it as it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on generate. So now you can see that it has converted the image to video for us, and the next thing you're going to do is to just go ahead and download this. But one thing I wanted to know is that you don't have to use this mode because it's going to consume your tokens. That is going to take about 25 tokens to convert an image to a video, and you don't want to exhaust your tokens for the day just by generating one video. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how else to convert the image to a video much later in the video. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to generate more pictures for the storyline, but I'm not going to be wasting your time by showing you the process, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that off screen and come back to you.
A few moments later.
Alright, so now you can see that I'm done generating the images that we're going to be using for our video. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to go over to our editing software. Now you can use any editing software that you have. You can use CapCut, you can use Premiere Pro, or any editing software. But just in case you want to do this with your mobile phone, I'm going to be using CapCut. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire up my CapCut like so, and I'm going to import all the pictures and of course the voiceover that we have already created. So to do that, all you have to do is to click on import, and here you can see my folder folktale. So I'm just going to select everything and then click on open. So the first thing I need to do is to bring in my audio, which is this one. So I'm just going to drag it to the timeline. Remember, it was exported as a video file, but we're just going to be using the audio, right? So now that we have this, the next thing we're going to do is to start layering pictures on top of it, right? So I'm just going to play this back a little bit and put pictures that will match it.
Once upon a time, in a vibrant village nestled deep within the heart of Africa.
All right, so we're going to look for the village picture like so. So we're going to be using this. I'm going to drag it to my timeline. So now it's on my timeline. Remember, it's a picture, so you can choose to increase the duration just by dragging it like this, or reduce the duration just by dragging it backwards, okay? All right, so now you can see that it's taking shape, and you know I promised that I'm going to be showing you how to animate the picture to have some motion so it looks very real. Now, the first thing you need to do is we're going to take this back, and we're going to come over to these settings right here. It's under video and basic. You're going to click this diamond icon or keyframe. You just click this first one and it's on for all of them. So now what we're going to do is to move our playhead a little bit like so, and we're going to scale this in. Okay, we're going to scale this in like so. So now we have something like this.
Once upon a time, in a vibrant village nestled
amazing, right? But it looks like the movement was fast. So what I'm going to do is to take this keyframe, okay? Just click on this keyframe and I'm going to bring it backwards so that it's going to zoom in slowly like so. So let's go ahead and play it back and see how it looks.
Once upon a time.
Wow, this is amazing already. And one more thing that you need to add to this to make it realistic to sell the effect, or two more things, depending on how crazy you want to go. But let's go ahead and import one more thing. And to do that, we're just going to go ahead and click on import. And here you can see my green screen. So I'm going to go ahead and select all these green screen videos. I'm going to show you how to use it and how it's going to take this, our video, from this to this. Now, the importance of doing this is that it's going to increase your retention and it's going to make your channel stand out from the rest, because most people are kind of lazy. They don't want to do much just because it works. So they just slap in the picture and that's it. But with this, you're going to add some tiny movements in the footages and it's going to make it very realistic and engaging as well. Don't forget to watch the end, because I have a very important secret that I'm going to be sharing with you that is going to enable you get monetized super fast in less than 3 months. So if you're interested in this, please do watch this video to the end so that you're not going to miss that information. So I'm going to select this video. You can see it's birds flying. So I'm just going to go ahead and bring it and put it here on top of this video. So what we're going to do next to remove this green screen is come over to video and click on cutout. So here on cutout, you're going to click on chroma key. Okay, so now we have the chroma key. We're going to select the picker tool, which is this one. We are now going to click the green screen. Then the next thing is to increase the strength. Okay, so now you can see that the green screen is gone. And let's go ahead and scrub through to see the birds flying. You can see some green particles around the bed. So we're going to increase this strength. Okay, we're going to increase it like so. You can see it's looking amazing already. And then what we can do is to increase the size of the birds like so. And we're going to take it up. Okay, we're going to take it up so that it flies over like so. So let's go ahead and play it back and see how it looks.
Once upon a time, in a vibrant village nestled deep within the heart of Africa.
Now this is amazing. Now what we're going to do is to slow down the birds flying so that it synchronizes with the zoom in effect that we added to the video. So to do that, all we have to do is to come over to video and come over to speed. And then we're going to go ahead and reduce this. Okay, we're going to reduce this like so. So now we have it slowed down. We're going to go ahead and play the video.
Once upon a time, in a vibrant village nestled deep within the heart of Africa.
All right, it's too slow. So what we're going to do is increase it a little bit like so that it's not too slow. So let's go ahead and replay it and see how it looks.
Nestled deep within the heart of Africa.
All right, amazing. All right, so now we have this. We can also add one more thing to sell this effect even more. So to do that, all we have to do is to click on this video. So we're going to take this video and slap it on our video like so. And we're going to increase this to cover our screen. And of course, click on chroma key, click on the picker tool and click on the green screen and then increase the strength. All right, increase the strength like so. Increase the shadow. All right, so now we have it like so. So we're going to go ahead and put it here. It's looking quite big, so we're going to reduce it so that it's not too big, right? So we're just going to go ahead and put it right here. So let's go ahead and reduce it a little more. Put it right here. All right, so it's looking fantastic already. So let's go ahead and play it back and see how it looks.
Within the heart of Africa, there lived a young girl named Adana.
All right, now you can see that the chicken is moving, but the video itself is not moving towards the direction of the chicken. So to do that, all you have to do is to click on our video, our main primary video, and go back to the keyframe. So we're going to take this back and we're going to come over to basic. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is to click here, okay? Click on next keyframe so that the zooming in and moving sideways will be synchronized. So what we're going to do next is to move it to any direction that we want the video to go. And you can see this position is on 0. You can see everything here is 0. So what we're going to do now is to move the video to the side we want it to move, and that is this one. And you can see that's created the position X499 for us. And let's go ahead and play it back and see if it looks right.
Once upon a time, in a vibrant village nestled deep within the...
All right, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. Just in case you need these green screen videos for your project, I have quite a lot of them, and unfortunately I can't show you how I downloaded it because last time I did that, YouTube slammed me with a strike. So it's against their guidelines. So let me know in the comment section and I'll send you the download link. And if you're in my Telegram group, I'll drop a video on how to download the green screen in our group. So if you have not joined, you can find the link in the description. So let's go ahead and add more scenes to this. So now it's talking about Adana. So we're going to look for a very good picture of Adana. Let's go ahead and put Adana's picture so that it just shows up immediately. It mentions Adana. So because there's movement in the previous scene, we're going to go ahead and add a little movement to this one as well. So what we are going to do is to create a keyframe again. So we're going to take this playhead backwards to the beginning of the picture, and we're going to create a keyframe. We're going to turn on the keyframe like so. So if you click on this, it's going to turn on everything here. So whatever you move the picture is how it's going to be. We're going to increase the scale like so, and we're going to move this a little bit, and then we're going to cut this out like so. So let's go ahead and play it and see how it looks, and then know how to make adjustments.
named Adana.
So now we have that. It's looking quite fast. So all we have to do is to increase this, and then we're going to bring the keyframe back. So you can always adjust your keyframe anytime. All you have to do is to just move this little icon, this little diamond icon here, move it back and forth. And if you move it backwards, it's going to be faster. And if you move it backwards, it's going to be slower. So let's go ahead and play it back now and see how it
There
looks.
lived a young girl named Adana.
All right, this looks amazing already.
A few moments later.
Despite facing hardships, she dreamt of a brighter future for herself and her family. One day, as she ventured through the bustling marketplace, she overheard whispers of. She sat by the flickering fire, absorbing every lesson with rapt attention. From mastering social media strategies to building lucrative online businesses, Adana soaked in the wisdom like a sponge in a river. Armed with newfound knowledge and fueled by determination, Adana implemented the teachings with unwavering dedication. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, a transformation unfolded before her very eyes. Before long, Adana's efforts bore fruit beyond her wildest dreams. From the humble confines of her home, she began to reap the rewards of her hard work, earning over $20,000 monthly. Her success didn't just change her life, it transformed the destiny of her entire family and ignited hope within